their sperm chases my egg, that makes me more valuable in this arena. Because of the way society is set up, because of the way we are in a patriarchal society that has deep-seated misogyny embedded within the fabric of our consciousness, I didn't realize that I was centering my life around men. Once I woke up to that, I decided that's no longer going to be part of my story. So let's unpack how I was actually centering my life around men and what we're going to do to stop. I'm gonna start off by listing the things that I realized about myself that I was doing. I was not paying attention to my friends when they were talking to me sometimes. If I go to a happy hour or a bar or a restaurant with my friends, when we would be catching up, we would be chatting, and then like a guy that I felt like I was attracted to or that was potential, I would stop paying attention to her or stop giving her my full attention. Like if I was giving her 100% of my attention, it would go down to like 80, 70 because I'm also trying to perk myself up or look better or look more attractive or look more inviting or something. Like I was doing something that would make me lose attention from her and focus my attention elsewhere for whatever the goal was. I was not paying attention to my friend when she was talking. I'm very good at being able to invite people in. So if it was somebody that I was actually interested in, I would literally make eye contact with them or do something to invite them in. And I did that with certain friends who were more socially inept. I would do that with them, especially the friends who most of my conversations with them are centered around men. Those are the ones that I would do that with. And I have a friend who she just like doesn't really care about men and she has decentered her life around them. And I don't pull that shit with her. I would also downplay my goals so that I could seem more charming. I noticed this is especially initially when meeting men. Every man I meet is in person. Like every potential romantic partner, I have met them in person because I don't do online dating. In our initial conversation, sometimes I would downplay my goals or the things that I'm doing in order to be more charming. Another one that was super huge and it dominated my thinking for most of 2023 was that I was expecting a man to save me instead of empowering myself. And that kind of plays into my previous point. It's like, okay, so I have these goals, I have these dreams, I have these aspirations, and I want to achieve them. But then it's like, okay, I know that when I do achieve them, it's going to be like, oh, I'm probably no longer going to be that attractive or charming because I'm going to surpass most of the men that are even available. I would downplay it so I don't seem like I'm going to surpass them. That would put me in the mindset of wanting a man to come save me instead of me trying to save myself, instead of me empowering myself. And that was a dominant thinking of the last year of 2023. Now I'm like actively pursuing my goals and honestly put them on a back burner. I put them away. Like that's why I'm decentering them. That's why I'm making this video about decentering them, because these are the things that I want to work on. Like I of course want to be a housewife and a homemaker and stuff like that, but I realize that I have goals. The police are here. I know that I have goals and desires and dreams outside of that. I want to focus on building that, like building this channel, building my content, building my businesses. That is something that I was kind of not going all in for because I felt like it would be better or I would be more appealing if I was like a little bit of a damsel, if I needed a little bit of help, if I needed a little bit of saving. The problem with that is I don't really like asking for help. I'm looking for someone to save me and I'm not even asking to be saved. I'm not even asking for what I want or need. So that was like silly. I was dressing according to the male gaze. I was dressing in things that I felt were appealing to the male gaze. Nothing provocative. I don't dress provocatively or anything, like a classy way of dressing in the male gaze. And the best way I can put it is like dressing like how I would perceive my husband wanting to see me, dressing like a wife. That is what I want to be, a wife. I want to be married, build a life with someone, things of that nature. I was dressing like how I would perceive my husband to see me, aka my husband is a male. That is part of the male gaze because that's how he's gazing at me with his male eyes. And I do have this elegant and fun, or I wouldn't say fun, I do have this elegant and sexy vibe. Like I mix those two together, elegant and sexy. Those are really like the way I like to express myself through clothes. So my dressing style is slightly appealed to the male gaze, but I'm more interested in just like what I want to wear, or I'm trying to unravel that so it could just be stuff that I want to wear. The women who go like completely in the opposite direction, they're the ones who are like, they wear streetwear and stuff like that. Streetwear has never been my style, so it's just taking my style and going with it. Another way that I was tailoring myself to fit the male gaze was only polishing my nails in like pinks and reds and feminine colors. Like, it would be very rare for me to do a blue or green or anything that was too boyish, or black. This is my first time having black nails in I don't even know how long, years, and I would never wear black. And I would never wear it because I read that men are subconsciously turned off by black nails because it means that you are unhealthy. Like, natural, if you have natural black nails, our ancestors knew that that meant that you were unhealthy or something was wrong. I don't even know if they're even aware of it. It's just a subconscious thing. I would not wear black nails because I'm like, oh, I don't want to seem unattractive. I don't want to seem unhealthy, which of course people are looking for health when it comes to their partner. So I would always wear red, pink, oranges, girly colors. Clearly I'm decentering men right now because I'm literally wearing a black. This was kind of a big moment for me. My friend got me these nails, because these are press-ons actually. My friend got me these nails back in December. I put them on to go on a date. It feels good. These are examples of what I did to perpetuate the patriarchy, and this is what I'm going to do to stop. So far, I have made the conscious effort to ignore any man who walks in the room. It might be extreme, or it might sound extreme, but I need to desensitize myself, so that's what we're doing. Because taking away my attention from them and focusing on me and what I'm doing at the time, who I'm with, my friend, is a better use of my time and energy. The next way is that I stopped seeing men as a lost opportunity. I know that they are abundant and not as valuable as me, and not in a way to put them down. I'm talking about in the dating and mating marketplace. I'm using the comparison of I have an egg and they have a sperm, and they have like 1 million sperm. I have 1 egg. That makes me more valuable in this arena. Their sperm chases my egg. That makes me more valuable in this arena. How much can you sell sperm for? Like $50? Their sperm costs $100. My egg costs $5,000. That makes me more valuable in this arena. Yeah, stop seeing them as a lost opportunity. Like, if one slips away, or if one I don't like, or if one doesn't like me, I stop seeing it in a way where it's like, oh no, like I lost my opportunity, I lost my shot. No, I didn't. There's 1 million after you. I'm focusing on bettering myself so that I can attract better. The focus is no longer on, oh my God, there's a cop about to pull up next to me. Literally right next to me. He said hi to me. So the focus is on bettering myself so that I can attract better, instead of focusing on them, decentering them. I stopped accepting dates from men I don't see potential with or a future with. This goes into the previous point where I'm like seeing them as a lost opportunity. So it's like, okay, if I go out on this date with someone I kind of like, there's a potential to like make it into something, versus being like, oh yeah, I don't like you enough to make this even a thing. I'm gonna cut you off at the knees. We're not even gonna go out. We're not even gonna talk. We're not even gonna exchange phone numbers, kind of thing. That has been extremely helpful, because I feel like there was a point in time where I would go on a first date and it's like, I kind of like this person. Like, my friends would be like, oh, do you like him? And I just didn't really have a strong feeling towards men, or have a strong feeling toward that person. And I would still be open to seeing them again, to like making it into something else. At this point, I need to have the feeling, the spark, the attraction early on within 1 or 2 conversations. And like I said, I meet men in person, so our initial conversation already happened, and then the first date is like a second conversation. So if I don't see it by the first date, which is technically 2 conversations in, 2 energy exchanges in, I have decided that it's over, it's not happening. It's better this way. Like, there's this dude that approached me at Whole Foods the other day, and he kept asking to take me out to the movies, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Like, from what I could see, there was not anything there that I wanted at all. Being clearer about the things that I don't want at all is really helping around decentering men. My desires are centered around me. You have to come in and fulfill my desires if you want to be around, and being more strict about that. And it helps that I am not seeing them as lost opportunities anymore, because if they barely made the cut, I would let them through. I would let them have a conversation with me, or have a date with me, or have my number. What's the point? What is the actual point? You don't meet the criteria. Me trying to have you around and to see if you can fit the criteria, or if you will fit the criteria. No. The reason I'm doing that is because my energy is precious and I don't want to just give it away. Men are energy vampires. Men have the ability to just suck you dry. Even the ones that you see casually, even the ones you just go on dates with, it's still an energy exchange. Another example of what I did to perpetuate the patriarchy was I was working on my feminine energy in order to attract a masculine man. And that was me centering my feminine energy journey around men. Right now, I feel like I'm embodying that energy for me. I'm embodying that energy for my betterment, and because it feels good to me, instead of embodying that energy so that men can be like, oh my god, you're so feminine, oh my god, you're so attractive, oh my gosh, blah 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 blah, instead of seeking their validation. It's for me. Last thing is, I'm becoming less afraid to be vulnerable in this masculine-led society. Hence this video where I'm literally talking about my shortcomings and how I'm going to change them. Me from 3 or 5 years ago could never do a video like this, because I always wanted to seem like I was perfect. I always wanted to seem like I had everything together. That prevents me from even documenting the journey. That prevents me from even creating, because if I don't want people to see the entire journey from going from here to wherever I'm going to be 3 years from now, I want to look back and be like, wow, Merlene, you really improved, you really got better. And the thing with improving and getting better, it's like where I am, I feel like I want to be improved before I even get on camera, before I even document it. I don't feel like that's a smart way to do it, because you're constantly improving, you're constantly growing, and that is a thing that I have to be more mindful of. That is the thing that I have to accept in life, that we are constantly growing. And if you're not constantly growing, you are atrophying and you are dying. Your brain is dying, and I don't want that. So this is the last section. If you are on this journey with me, here are some things that can get you started around decentering men. Stop seeking out validation from outside sources. Stop seeking validation from men, women, family, society, teachers. That's how society keeps women down, keeps women insecure. And when a woman is insecure, she seeks validation because she needs that affirmation. And if you have the wrong people validating you, you're straying away from yourself. You're straying away from the path that you were supposed to be on, because you're doing things that other people want you to do and not the things that you value, the things that make you happy. So trust yourself. That really is what it means when you stop seeking outside validation. You begin to trust yourself, and the best relationship you should ever try to build is one with yourself. Why are you doing a certain thing? Why are you acting a certain way? Observe yourself on a regular basis, especially when you're starting this in the beginning. Observe yourself. Why did I just perk up because this man walked by? Why did my voice change? Why am I walking like this right now? Like, constantly be in observance of yourself and figure out why you're doing something and what the root is. I feel like that definitely helps you decenter your life around men. Honestly, I feel like your life should be centered around you. That's the whole point of this video. So I hope it helped. It was kind of ranty, kind of added a little bit of advice and tips in there. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. What does that say? There's an airplane with a message. Does it say, will you marry me, Merlene? No clue what that says. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I really feel like you should subscribe, because like, we're besties now, basically. Like, you've been here this long, like, just subscribe. If you want to see my video about seeking self-validation, click right here and it will take you right to it. Thank you for watching. Bye.